Welcome back everyone to our YouTube channel, where we explore, analyze, and discover practical solutions to live a more meaningful life. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to enjoy testing our patience, treating respect as if it were a luxury item? Take it or leave it. They cut us off while we speak, throw sarcastic remarks, or treat our time and feelings as worthless. And we are often left with the question, should we just smile and let it go? If you are tired of constantly having to endure disrespectful behavior, today we will talk about 5 practical ways of responding, carrying the spirit of stoicism and self-respect, so that you can protect yourself without losing your calm or inner balance. In this video, we will dive deeply into each method. I will provide analysis and specific solutions, not vague or superficial ideas. Get ready, because by the end of this video, you will have the tools to set clear boundaries so that everyone around you knows exactly where the red line lies. Before diving into the 5 solutions, we must understand the core. Why do people show disrespect? Some do it intentionally to hurt us. Some do it unintentionally. Others simply have toxic habits deeply rooted in them. But whatever the reason, allowing them to keep trampling our personal boundaries is like letting weeds grow wild in the garden of our mind. The result is stress, insecurity, and always living in a defensive state. So what is the goal of these 5 solutions? To help you reclaim control. We are not encouraging revenge or tit-for-tat responses, because that only burns away positive energy. Instead, we will learn how to protect our self-worth and maintain inner peace. Let's go into the first solution. Solution Shaka 1, the silent gaze. This may seem simple, but is incredibly effective. When attacked or disrespected, we often feel the urge to respond immediately, argue, or prove ourselves right. That is natural. However, a subtle but powerful counter-strategy is to simply look at them calmly and silently. It may sound too soft, but in reality, it is a psychological strike. The person insulting you expects you to get angry or react negatively so they can drag you into their drama. But when you look straight at them without fear, panic, or explanations, the power dynamic completely reverses. Your silent gaze becomes a mirror, showing them exactly who they are. Under that weight, they realize they cannot shake your spirit. Practical steps. Calm yourself inside first. Take a deep breath and slow your heartbeat so your face stays composed. Maintain eye contact for a few seconds, firm but not aggressive. This silently tells them you are not moved by their words or behavior. Stay silent. Don't interrupt or explain. Your silence creates an awkward gap that forces them to face their own actions. I once tried this at a family gathering. A relative loved to criticize everything: food, decor, stories. When he turned his criticism toward me, I quietly looked at him without explaining or showing anger. Within 10 seconds, he stumbled, stuttered, and then dropped the subject. The rest of the evening, he didn't make another jab. A silent gaze can be stronger than any argument. Sometimes the most powerful resistance is to do nothing at all. Solution number 2, choosing silence as your response. Similar to the silent gaze, but here we go deeper. Silence is not weakness, it is strategy. Arguing may bring short-term satisfaction, but in the end, it exhausts your energy. The one disrespecting you wants to spark flames to pull you into their storm. When you stay silent, it is like removing oxygen from their fire. Tips. Focus on their intention. If their words aim to bring you down, then staying silent keeps you in control. Hold a pause after their insult. Nod or shrug lightly, but add no explanation. That pause leaves them unsettled. Shift the subject. Simply move on, talk to someone else, or continue with your work as if their words never existed. I once had a friend who constantly made jokes at my expense. One day, he joked about my personal life. Instead of defending myself, I raised an eyebrow and stayed silent. No reaction, no change in expression. The room grew awkward, and he quickly moved to another topic. Over time, he stopped those remarks with me. Silence is a powerful response. It drains negativity, keeps your peace, and makes the other person face their own actions. Solution number 3, stop explaining your choices. When we make personal decisions, pursue a passion, change jobs, or shift relationships, there will always be people demanding explanations. Some ask out of care, but most ask to judge. They want you to justify everything. If your reasoning doesn't satisfy them, they label you wrong or foolish. The truth is, you owe no one an explanation for how you live. Over-explaining only hands them the power to judge your worth. I once switched from a stable office job to a creative field. Many asked, why risk it? Why leave stability? At first, I explained with passion, vision, and plans. But the more I explained, the more they doubted me. I realized I was draining my energy. Finally, I just answered, because I want to. And the conversation ended. Remember, your choices are yours alone. Those who respect you will accept them. Those who don't are not worth your explanations. Solution 4. Keep your distance. If someone repeatedly crosses your boundaries, from sarcastic words to belittling actions, it shows they don't respect you. The best solution may be distance, not cutting them off entirely or hating them, but reducing exposure to protect your mental and emotional health. I had a friend who constantly criticized everything I did. Eventually, I limited our interactions, from weekly to monthly. I didn't confront or argue, just quietly reduced contact. As I created space, I felt lighter and more focused on positive relationships. Surprisingly, my friend later reflected on his behavior, and things improved. Distance is not selfish, it is wisdom. Not everyone deserves a VIP seat in your life. Solution number 5. Hold your head high. This is both literal and symbolic. When disrespected, people want to make you feel small. Without realizing, you may slouch or shrink. But when you stand tall, shoulders straight, eyes forward, you send the message, I know my worth. No one can break me unless I allow it. Body posture reflects inner strength. I once faced a colleague who mocked me in a meeting. Instead of shrinking, I sat straight, spoke calmly and clearly, and looked directly at him. The whole room saw I wasn't shaken. Eventually, his behavior lost its power. Confidence in your body and mind is a shield against disrespect. We have gone through 5 ways to deal with disrespect. The silent gaze, a calm but piercing look that stops insults. Choosing silence. Silence as the sharpest response. Stop explaining. Your life, your choices, your responsibility. Keep your distance. Protect your space and energy. Hold your head high. Let posture and confidence speak for you. Why are these solutions important? Because life is too short to waste on those who don't value you. There are many more meaningful things to do and better relationships to invest in. Stoicism doesn't mean becoming cold or emotionless. It means knowing we cannot control others, but we can control our own response. It won't always be easy. It takes practice and patience. But once you stop giving people the power to manipulate your emotions, life becomes freer and more peaceful. Thank you for watching until the end of this video. I hope these 5 strategies give you more confidence and calm in life. Remember, respect begins with self-respect. You deserve a life with less stress, less negativity, and more happiness. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for the next amazing video.